everyone, you're watching Conversations and I'm your host, Nia Amuzie. So 2 months ago, a group of women came together to start a movement called Women Unite for a Cause. This movement focuses on empowering women and helping them to transition into a better version of themselves. Now, this whole idea was created by Esther Iwunze. Esther is an amazing mom, a philanthropist, and entrepreneur, and she brought these women together to invoke change in their community. Just last week, they had their first ever luncheon called FINE, meaning friendship, inspiration, networking, and empowerment. I am so excited that we have these women here with us. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. We are excited to be here.
We are.
The energy is off the roof. It's so infectious. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So, ladies, for our viewers, tell us a little bit about yourselves and what you do, your name, and just who you are in general.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yes, I'll go first.
Hello, everybody, and I just want to say thank you for having us at Afrocentric TV. My name is Esther Iwunze. I'm a mom of 4 beautiful children, married to the love of my life for the past 12 years and counting. Oh, I love him, so I'm sorry. I just had to put that out there. But yes, I've been a healthcare professional for almost 15 years now. I have a home care agency, Yes to Home Care, and I also run another a platform through which I connect seniors to resources in the community called Senior Trade Shows. Besides those, I also run a non-profit. I know I do a lot, so thank you. But I also run a non-profit organization called Project Odutola, a Texas-registered 501c non-profit organization. And that is an avenue through which I give back because I'm in a position where I believe I've been blessed to be a blessing, and I try to do the little bit that I can to change the world. I'm also the founder of Women Unite for a Cause, and here are my 2 beautiful ladies, and we all have been able to birth that vision, and I thank God for connecting them to me. And I'm also the host of the Fine Ladies Luncheon, and today we're here, and I just want to say thank you for the opportunity.
Oh my God, you're a busy woman.
Yes, she is.
Okay, my name is Ogechi Okwara. I do have 2 beautiful kids, 2 girls, and I've been married to my husband for almost 6 years and counting.
Amen.
Amen.
I've been a nurse for almost 7 years, no, more than 7 years. And I do have my own business. It's called Deserving Events, an event planning company as well. I've been opportuned to be part of this great cause, Women Unite for a Cause. Thanks for Esther for reaching out to me. It's been a long time coming. I'm also a student right now, a grad student, trying to get my master's in nursing. So I'm excited about everything that's going on in my life and the things that's going around me as well. And thank you, Afrocentric, for inviting us.
You guys are busy. Like my life is nothing in comparison to your schedules, and you guys are killing it. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you so much again, Afrocentric TV. My name is Pauline Odutola, and I am a happily married wife of 4 years. Me and my husband, we actually got married on the day of love, Valentine's Day. Woo! I know it's cheesy, but we actually did that, and it was a beautiful day. I love him so much, and I just thank you for everything. For God for bringing me my soulmate. I'm a mother of 3 kids. I was pregnant 3 years in a row, so I was under the 3 under 3 club, so I was doing that. I am a clinical pharmacist. I have over 8 years of experience. I've worked in several different settings, and I'm also the CEO and owner of Odutola Realty Group, which is a full-service real estate company, and we do several different things, and God has really showed out by connecting me with a beautiful Esther Iwunze and my newfound sister Dusline, even though we know each other for several years.
Yes.
And just, bring us together. I'm really passionate about, collaborating with women, just helping people and just bringing an impact into the world. And so God has really utilized Esther and this platform, and I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh no, thank you guys. This is amazing. So tell us, how did Women Unite for a Cause get started? What was the idea behind it?
Okay, so 6 years ago, a group of friends and I started a Project Odutola.
Okay.
Again, Project Odutola started from a point where I was in my life and I wanted to give back. As an immigrant, I came to the United States about close to 20 years ago, and I went to college, finished college, got married, have kids, and several businesses. And I believe at the point where I'm in my life right now, I found success, but even as a Christian, I decided, what can I do to make an impact? What can I do to show God how much He has, just to show Him how much I appreciate what He has done for me? And that was how Project Loaded Child came from. So it's coming from a place of gratitude, giving back just to bring change and impact to the world. Okay, so 6 years down the line, we've made some progress, and I've always prayed, how can I take this to the next level? Because I'm always thinking that it could be more, there could be more, there could be more. So praying about it, and God put a vision of Wufac in my heart, because He said, there's more that you can do, connect with women. So Wufac came about at a point when I'm trying to grow Project Loaded Child. So connecting with women is to help bring more social impact. Because I'm a big believer of together we can do a lot. When women support women, incredible things happen, just like we saw the other day. So there's a limit to which I can do, but when we join forces like we've done, we can even go further. So that's the vision behind Wufac. And when we collaborate, come together, we can make a more greater social impact. So that's what Wufac is all about, and I'm grateful to God to connect me to this ladies here.
That's amazing. So tell us the story of how you directly connected to them, right? Because you created it,
Yes.
right? I know you guys have a very good story of how you connected. So tell us that story.
Okay, so honestly, I've never met Ogechi before.
Okay.
Neither have I met Pauline. So social media was how we got connected.
Okay.
So we do follow each other on Facebook, and I would always see her and admire her, and just there was something that just drew me. I mean, I'm a Christian. I believe God connects people. That's what I believe.
Okay.
He orders our steps. So
Amen.
it wasn't just me looking at her and saying, I like what Ogechi do. It was just God telling me that's who I want you to work with. But even when I was trying to reach out to Oge, we would always have phone tag, or like she said the other day, she was dodging my calls. I believe God was also telling me that I've pointed out who I needed to work with, because you would always pray and ask for me to make the right connections. I have done that, but this is not the right time. So when it was the right time, during the spirit when when I was trying to put this together, this was the right time for me to meet her. So I did reach out to her a couple of years back, several times, but it wasn't just the right time, and I just thank God that this is the moment. So for Pauline, she turned 33 years last year, and she wanted to celebrate her birthday. And she was looking for a different way to, just instead of having parties and having a gathering, she was looking to make an impact.
Okay.
And she thought about instead of reaching out to the big non-profits, who can she support locally? And she wanted to support someone that looked like her, support another fellow business woman, and she thought about me. So she reached out to me on Facebook, and she told me that she would like to do a donation, a fundraiser, and also do a donation drive, collecting some clothes to support my organization. That really meant a lot to me. That made me really feel encouraged that someone that I've never met before found me on the internet and just want to support my organization. So that really blessed my heart. And when I was ready to move with Women Unite for a Cause, I just didn't think about any other person but these two ladies. I prayed about it, I had peace in my heart, and I moved forward. I shared the idea with them, and when I tell you this lady ran with it, like their time, their effort, their resources, I was like, God, this is nothing but you. So that was how it came about, and I just want to say thank God for the connection.
That's good, and I like that you're thanking God, because I've always believed that when God is involved, He directs your steps.
That's
I think
right.
that's key that every woman can take from this. If you're looking for a connection, you know how to go about it, right?
Yes.
Another thing I like that you said is social media.
Yes.
It's a huge connecting factor, so that's really good. Now, on social media, in the world today, everyone talks about women empowerment.
Correct.
You hear it literally everywhere. What does women empowerment mean to you guys?
I'll let you
Okay,
take that.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, women empowerment, to me, it just tells me that women can do great things. It's not only a man's world, it's a woman's world as well. That even though we have a household of our own, or we have friendships that we can take care of, we also can unite with one another and empower each other to do great things together. It's a movement right now.
That's right.
With women, I just know that great things can come alive. Just one small encouragement can mean so much to a woman. And it's when you have women that doesn't compete with each other, so many great things can happen. So with women empowerment, it's just about uplifting each other and doing great things, because we have the strength. God gave us the strength to do so much things, and we can use that strength to empower one another. And we can empower men as well. We take care of our babies. So those are the things that you have to look at. When you have a son, you are grooming your son to be a great man. Right. And so you groom yourself to be a great woman as well with your kids. So it's just so many things a woman can do that I think that most men cannot do. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm sorry.
Don't let our guys viewers hear this.
It's okay. I'm sorry, but I just feel.
viewers hear this. But yeah, you
But
have
it's
a point.
true.
You have your point.
It's true because we are the ones that groom our children, and when you groom your children the right way, great things can happen.
That's right.
So-
What about you, Pauline? What do you have to add to this?
Well, I totally agree with my sister, Ogechi. I really believe that woman empowerment, what it means for me is allowing women to be their best selves, helping them empower themselves to be their best selves. A lot of times as women, typically, I know we're in a movement now, but, just typically and in the past, a lot of times women, we are really sought to see each other as competition, see each other as a way to be able to, I'm not going to help them because that's going to make me look, and that type of thing. So I believe that this woman empowerment is really about seeing the goodness in someone, seeing the talent in what she has. Ogechi has some talents I don't have. She can plan a party like this, so I call Esther is a visionary. She is truly a visionary. She has a vision. A lot of people have ideas, but whenever you have a vision and you take action, she has that. There's a lot of skills that I have, so I believe it's about uplifting each other so we can all be our best selves and things like that and not see each other as competition. So I really believe that that's what women empowerment is. It is not a bash on guys. It's truly about, and we're all married women, okay? And so I believe, and we always pray for our husbands and we thank our husbands because empowering does not mean that we're trying to take your spot because there's a place for the men. But one thing I love from my husband is that he allows me to be my best self, and that in and of itself is its own form of empowerment as well, but to allow me to be my best self as well. And we uplift each other because whenever you are growing and you are, what is life all about? It's not all about going to work, making money. It's also about growing within yourself. Yes. That's how you're able to transform, and that's what makes life worth living, right? And so that's what I believe women empowerment is to help each other go through life and see our best selves, because I would never think I'll be at Afrocentric TV today. But guess what? That's why I'm here. Right. And so I really believe that's what women empowerment is. I see you as a friend and not a foe or not a competition. I see you as that. And so that's what I truly believe women empowerment is.
That's really great. So you talk a lot about competition. I'm going to come to that. But first I want to say that, you guys don't just speak about empowerment, but you guys actually take action and practice, and I like that. Right. I even posted that on Facebook after attending your launch, and I said, these ladies actually take action with so many things you're doing in your life, and even this movement itself is a form of taking action and helping others, not just speaking it, but doing it, right? Okay. So now let's go back to competition, right? You guys, a lot of things stood out during the launching, and even with your movement. You say collaborate as opposed to compete. So what does that mean? How would you tell and advise people to collaborate as opposed to compete?
Okay, there's this myth that women just can't get along. When you think about a group of women, it's all about cattiness, and no. There are women out there who can get along, support each other, have each other's back, and I am one person that can testify that I have been so blessed and to be surrounded by women like that. I have friends that I've been friends with for almost going to 10 years. We're all business owners, we're all moms, and we have those group chat, and it's for business. All we're doing is encourage, hey, I think this can help your business. Hey, I think this can, and all we're doing is encouraging. Nobody's supporting. No one is out there saying, you know what, I'm not going to share this resource with you. I'm just going to keep this to myself. We cheer each other. We are our biggest cheerleaders. So we don't see any competition. All we say is just women who are genuinely have a good heart to just want each other to succeed. Exactly. So I'm so blessed. It's not the same for everybody. So I'm just speaking for myself, but it's very possible that women can do things together, and envy, competition cannot be part of it. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. Like I said, I've never met Oge before, I've never met Pauline before, but there was something about them that made God connect me to them. And today, together with all our talents and resources, we've been able to birth something. Wow. And all we did throughout was just encouraging each other, cheering each other on, and just putting our best foot forward. So it's very possible. So,
Oge, tell us, why is it important to collaborate?
The reason why it's important to collaborate is that I may not know something that the next woman knows. Like for my personal business, there's a lot of things that I didn't know, but because somebody brought me on and say, hey, okay, do it this way, it meant a lot to me. So that's why anytime, when Esther came and she said, I want you to do this, we were bringing in our ideas, things that we did, things that I didn't know that we could do. We did it because we all collaborated with each other. And when you collaborate, great things happen.
That's right.
Take for instance this luncheon, our very first luncheon. Who knew that we would have a room full of people? But instead, we had to collaborate to make sure that happened. Once we said, okay, let's do this. Okay, one person carry this, someone carry this. What happened? Great things happened. That luncheon was outstanding. Everybody that came through was just so happy that they were ready to continue with this movement. So it's just amazing when you collaborate with other women. Amazing things happen, and you never know what you don't know. Someone else will teach you, and you just keep moving and learning each and every day.
Absolutely, thank you for that. So have you guys had situations where people compete with you, perhaps at work or just friends? Tell us those stories. I want to hear it. No mentioning of names. So but just tell us stories and how you handled it. Anyone?
Okay, so with my business, I started in 2015, I think. And I was doing a wedding 2016 towards the end, and someone came to me and was like, who is Ogechi? Because she planned her own wedding, she thinks she can do wedding planning. No, it's not about that. So what I did, yes, I did cry because it was like my first negativity that I've seen so far, but I took it as a learning experience because I was like, okay, if this person thinks this about me, but I know that I'm doing it because I love it and it's my passion, is what something God has given me to do, I'm going to put my best foot out there and I'm not going to think about what this next person is saying. And luckily God has brought so many great people into my life that pushes me to continue to do well, even though there's other people trying to compete with me. But I'm not here for any competition. So it's just like, I'm going to do what I need to do and keep it moving. So, you just have to be positive about everything that you do. And just say, God, always pray. God, bring the right people into my life. And if this is for me, let nobody take it away from me.
It's just simple. You have something to say.
No, honestly, what she said, I totally can relate. Competition comes in so many different ways, right?
True.
And so there's the blatant one, and then there's the subtle one, right?
Silence.
There's, have you ever walked into a room or you walked into a place and somebody saw you and you were looking good that day, and they act like they didn't see you? Has that ever happened to you before? Has that happened to you before?
Yes.
Is that a form of? That's a form of. There's so many different forms of competition. There's a subtle form, right? And so, in the spirit, I believe in the spirit. I'm a vibes person. I'm all about vibes, and so I've experienced that, in so many different ways. And things like that. So I've definitely understand that competition, at the end of the day, you being a part of that person's growth, you don't understand how that will actually be a bigger impact than you being part of that person's. So why won't you want to be that person or be remembered for helping them, and versus like, they're going to get it anyways. If they want to do it, they're going to do it anyways. Why don't you want to be part of that, part of the reason why they got that? Right?
Exactly.
I've done that. I've helped people, like, even with my weddings, I'm generally free with information. I have had some times where, I felt some type of way where I've even people with my wedding, giving them information I thought we were friends, ended up not even getting invited to the wedding. I just give people, information like that. But at the end of the day, like, at the end of the day, I just see it as, I did my part and, let God do the rest. There is a reason why all these blessings happen. So keep on doing the right thing as much as you can. So I believe that competition comes in so many different ways, but I believe that honestly, as long as your heart is in the right place and you pray and you live, then God will really take care of the rest. So be a part of the positive story. Be a part of that. I always want to be a part of that. Like, hey, Project Clothing Child grew to the next level. I just wanted to be a part of that story. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I wanted to do. And I believe that if more women do that, and that's, then greater things will happen. And that's what we're trying to do.
I'm so glad you talk about subtle competition, because
it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Abrasive.
It's not always like that.
But that's so true. And I like to say women should compliment each other more.
Exactly.
Right?
Thank you. Thank you.
It's cute.
Girl, I know, right?
Yeah, compliment each other. And that's what I like when you guys came into that. You kept saying, ooh, you look good, your makeup. We should do more of that. Even if you feel in your heart that she looks better than you. I think just saying it changes everything.
It changes.
You never know what one conversation can lead to.
Exactly.
Opportunities that you're looking for. But you block your blessing when you are jealous, or just refrain from just putting yourself out there and being nicer. Amazing. So, ladies, this has been so great. You don't even know. I am learning a lot from myself as well. So the luncheon that you guys had, what did you hope to achieve? I know you talked a little bit about that, but in terms of goals, and did you reach your goal?
Yes. Okay. One of the reasons we put on the Fine Luncheon was to bring awareness to Women Unite for a Cause, and also bring awareness to Project Load a Child.
Okay.
So far, the response has been phenomenal.
Amazing.
It has been phenomenal. When I tell that people are lining up, waiting to join our organization, we're like, what did we get ourselves into? But the response has been phenomenal. So did our goals? Were we able to meet our goals? Yes, we brought awareness. A lot of people have supported us, gone online to donate. Because there are 2 kids that we're trying to support.
Oh wow!
One is in Pakistan, and he has some kidney issues, and he comes from a poor family, and he's on a type of maintenance type therapy. So you have to have a good job to be able to pay that kind of medical bills every month. So we are doing our little part to see what we can do to support the family. I have donated personally, but one of the reasons we put on the Fine Luncheon was to rally around with other ladies, see what we can do to contribute to support the family. There's another child that we came across on. He's in Nigeria. He has a heart issue, and we're trying to see what we can do to support the family as well. So the Fine Luncheon was to bring awareness to Wufac, and also bring awareness to Project Load a Child and what we're doing in the community, and to also reach out to other ladies to see how they can be part of this movement. So yes, we did meet our goals.
So I did hear some of you saying you're now Instagram famous. A lot of people have been following you guys, How does that feel?
Well, I want to be followed for the right thing.
Exactly.
I want to leave a legacy that inspires. I want to leave a legacy that years down the line, Esther, I remembered her for doing something good. I don't want to be remembered for wearing some Louis Vuittons or the best brand out there. That's not who I am. If that's the reason why I'm getting into any of this, and I pray that God rips it all, read all of me, So what I am going into, what I'm doing is for the glory of God, to leave a legacy that inspires, and to teach my children the importance of giving back and being kind. So that's basically so I'm glad I'm being famous for something that's good.
That's good. No, I like that. And I love social media. We all love social media. It's great for a lot of things. So how would you say we can utilize it in a more positive way, right? To emphasize empowerment and helping people. How would you suggest that?
I believe that, honestly, we were just talking about this, about, just through your own lives. Everybody is not called to create an organization, right? Of course, we would like you to join ours, but shameless plug. No, I'm just joking. But anyways, but honestly, is living your life. You know what I'm saying? Through the struggles and the blessings. So you want to just share your life. You don't understand that. We all find each other through social media. Yeah. Esther posts a lot of things of her family, her husband. Oh, she loves her husband. And I love that. King Henry, And so honestly, just living your life and your truth. Let it be true. Yeah. Honestly, that's my opinion. Of course, do what you want. But I believe that people will be able to see the authenticity in that. And so just living your life, you're inspiring people. If you're, losing weight, showing that, don't be ashamed to express your blessings. You know what I'm saying? Or don't be afraid to share your story. My sister Ogechi at the Fine Luncheon, if you were there, shared a very, her testimony. It wasn't all, black glamorization. Yeah. She some true vulnerable things about even her child and just her life and things like that. So those things can also inspire people as well. So you want to just be authentic in your life and do that as well. And so I believe that that's how you can do that, is just to live your life and share what you can. I know it's tasking. I'm still working on mine, but at the same time, just live your best life and talk with people, encourage people, things like that. Also try to talk to people in real life too. As well. Those are also as well. You want to make sure you connect on and off of social media too.
Do you have something to add?
Yeah, it's like on social media, like for me, I feel like I do try to give my testimony. I should try to empower everybody that I come in contact with. So just by, meeting a lot of people, because you never know, like all of us, we go through our struggles, but believe it or not, we all going through the same struggles. Right. And once you talk to each other, you understand, okay, you could be my uplifting sister. You could be inspiring me to do great things. The way I birthed my business is because people came to me and said they want to be part of the movement, and they encouraged me. And it's through social media that I get a lot of encouragement. It's not just people that I hang with all the time, but random people that I don't even know. They encourage me. So that's why I think social media is so good for that particular reason. Yes. Not everything I see on social media I like, but for us to empower and to listen to each other's story and uplift each other. That's what social media is good for.
Amazing. Ladies, this has been so amazing. I mean, I cannot thank you guys enough for coming here. And we're a little bit out of time right now, but, you know, let's just stay tuned for part 2. So viewers, stay tuned for part 2 as we continue to talk to these amazing ladies about empowerment, about Project
Clothe the
Child, and so many other gory details. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.